The audio shitty.
There we go. The voice shouldn't be deafened by now.
So, just a minute of silence. I remember that video. I commented, "You look really greasy" or something along those lines. Because you did, and you still do.
I look greasy to you?
I mean, in 360p apparently.
You are on the worst bit right now. Okay.
You're right. It's called Texas.
No, there's worse.
Yes,
called Arizona. Not that I'm in Arizona.
But yeah, this.
Content.
But yeah, this definitely isn't my first time showing my face. I've also shown it on Twitter too. So.
I've shown my face before, but the problem was that when I did it, it was on my phone, like far away from me, so they'd be able to see all of me. But because it was far away from me, the audio is really bad. So a lot of my videos have really bad audio. But now I have my mic that I'm using right now, so I sound somewhat okay, hopefully.
Can we just appreciate the best typo ever in your comment section here?
Yes, yes, I see that. I see that.
Give it a sex.
We're good Christian boys.
Good Protestant boys over here.
Sure.
You're a boy now. It's official.
No, I like being a girl.
You have no choice.
No.
You have to
I can't
join.
complain
You have
about
to
shit
join
and
the
just
trans
let people
community.
say she's a girl, let her do it.
No. You get more
I can't
oppression
have my
points
women's
now.
privilege.
You get more oppression points now because you're now trans.
You get to pull a Riley Dennis.
Oh my god, no! Actually, if it did, I can make. Oh my god. I have some friends who is like really like straps, so I can just mess with him so much if I was.
Well, I mean, you guys saw the
I'm
video
very
about.
sorry.
You guys saw the video Shuonhead did about the transpiracy stuff, right?
I haven't seen anything by Shooting Head in like.
Wait, was that the newest one where people thought that she was trans?
Oh yeah, there's an entire community that's making conspiracy theories about Shuonhead and other YouTubers being trans.
Like secretly
Why
trans.
the fuck do
Yep.
you care?
Why
You don't have a life.
I've got a
That's
feeling
all I
one
can say.
day.
You have no life.
One day, if I keep on the route of actually uploading, someone's gonna call me trans. So
I mean, I've been called a fairy. Is that the same thing?
probably.
I don't know if I'll ever be called that because if you ever see me, you could see I have curves and I sound like a girl. I don't think I can be ever convinced I was.
Bro,
if I showed you 2 pictures of me, maybe because I have short ass hair and it was not developed yet.
Bro, they chose a picture where it sort of kind of looked like she had an Adam's apple. And used that as proof. And
yeah,
also used a joke
that.
as
Why?
proof. They used a joke
Like,
as proof too.
We do have a tiny one. It's not as big as yours, but we do have a little lump. It's not like we don't have nothing. We have a little lump.
Do I have a lump? Is it pronounced at all? I don't see it.
No.
Hold on.
You are now trans.
Oh wait, I see it a bit right there.
Yeah,
Nah,
that's
you're
a
too
little
fat.
one, but that's not as any bigger than what mine would be.
I'm not that fat.
Dude, I'm probably the fattest guy in this call.
How much do you
Probably.
weigh?
So don't
I'm not
worry
even
about it.
100 pounds. And I will take that with honor.
Are MaganCon patrons?
No, I don't Patreon to anyone because I forgot the password to the account.
I'm technically a Patreon, but because I'm a minor, I'm not allowed to have a Patreon account because I need PayPal. So I have to do it through YouTube, which takes 30%, so I'm really pissed.
Like legitimately though, I forgot the password, and I'm legitimately mad because there was one guy who donated $5 one time, and I have no way of accessing who it was, and I'm really sorry, random guy.
Aww.
Yeah, I haven't promoted my Patreon for a long time because not a single person has ever given a single cent on that to me.
I probably won't for a while. One, I probably won't until... I don't really want to do it for a while now because I don't plan to ever make any money on YouTube. I'm still going to have normal jobs and still at least upload once a week. But I don't ever plan to make any money off YouTube, so I'm probably not going to have a Patreon. But if I do, I'm not going to like really push for it a lot because my goal in here is not to make money on YouTube. I know others have to for survival. I don't. The only reason I would have a PayPal was just for new equipment. But I don't really need it right now, so I don't care.
Hold on a sec. I got to do something that will make people think that I'm on drugs. There.
Oh man, is that a new weed? No.
Yeah,
that was from a bottle. Why would that be
the
drugs?
new weed, man.
Man, they're coming out with all kinds of shit. Like before, they had the anal weed. Now they got that.
I think there are
I
people
am too innocent
who are
for that. I don't know what that is.
I think there are people addicted to this nasal moisturizing spray stuff. So.
Well, anything that can
That's what
$5 can help, guys.
I really hope I say the drug correctly. If anything that signals a dopamine, well, you can get addicted from. If you really keep liking something, you can get addicted to it.
I don't like it. It just helps my nose.
There.
So.
Well, then good. You're not going to then.
but it's not helping my case that I'm a dreadhead and I've got a battle jacket on.
Oh, that's what you want to call that. Okay.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, that's what you want to call that. Okay.
Sure, whatever.
I was just gonna call that a vest. Or I don't know.
Yeah, this is my battle jacket, boy. I need to go to more concerts and get stuff on it.
I've never been to a concert. I kind of want to at the same time. I don't really like crowds.
I mean, I like concerts when the music is right, you know? Like, it's gotta be
True.
concert music. Like, not all kinds of music work with concerts.
Well, I mean,
That's true.
there's one thing about concerts that I have to complain about now, because they're going less and less just open floor, do what you want, and they're going more and more towards people being in seats.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
just realized something.
What?
You're right.
You and I have the same mic. Except you have a pop filter, I don't.
I just got this pop filter, too.
I haven't gotten mine yet.
Laptop default mic for life.
The only problem with that for mine, I would do that for just the laptop one, but I have to be really close to where the mic is, otherwise you cannot hear me. So it's kind of annoying. I like move my head forward and back, forward and back, forward and
The
back.
solution is to have a booming voice.
Here's the
I do not.
here's the webcam microphone. There we go. You hear a difference, right?
Obviously.
Isn't that the one you used to stream D&D with?
But no, I just use this mic for everything, so.
You sound I'm sorry, I just have to say this. You sound 100 pounds less.
You mean
I'm sorry.
no, you.
You caught me off guard with that one.
Oh yeah, Hoodie Demon uploaded. I saw that today.
Yeah,
I
that
haven't
was great.
checked it out yet, but I want to. But I've been really busy today.
Yeah, he's
Whoa.
finally back to YouTube.
Yay!
Dude, I've been talking with him. He's been like scripting and getting ready for this for a long time.
But here's
They
the
just
thing.
saw
Here's
you-
the thing. I got back to YouTube first, so he's stealing from me.
You two want to have a boxing match.
Which one of us would be KSI?
Which match? The one where he won or the one where he was paid?
The Logan Paul one.
Oh, so the one where he won.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Legit, though, my opinion of that fight is KSI was objectively the better boxer. He just used the wrong strategy.
Yeah, I don't really care too much about boxing, so. What the heck were they even thinking, though?
Money.
The only thing I can say is, don't care about boxing, don't care about that YouTube shit, and I gotta go pretty soon. I'm sorry. I want to drop in and say hi.
Yeah, you got that dim stream with that one guy, 3 cent. $3.
Didn't he get shot 9 times?
3 cents for God damn it. I was gonna say a joke, but it wasn't gonna sound right.
Pulling out all those 90s references.
Eminem versus White Big Smoke.
I want to see that.
Is it sad I'm too innocent to know what the hell that was?
Do you know who Eminem is?
I know that.
You know who Big Smoke is? The meme?
No.
Get on the internet.
Here's the thing you need to know. I didn't get onto the internet until 2015, and even when I did, I still somewhat lived under a rock. I had no technology when I was younger, and even now, I'm only now just starting to get to know stuff. I live under a rock. I am Patrick Star.
Have you
You might live under a rock, but I live in Texas. It's arguably worse.
Have you played GTA San Andreas?
Which one?
My brother has, and I've seen him.
Do you know who Big Smoke is in San Andreas?
What does he look like?
Oh
Big
God.
fat green guy.
He's got the green shirt and hold on, let me share.
Oh!
There. This is Big Smoke.
I remember. Oh my God.
And then here's White Big Smoke.
Yes. I am sorry. My brain. Yes.
Finally.
Hey, is it wrong of me
I have the memory of a horse. I'm sorry.
when you initially said Big Smoke, I thought you were talking about Big Nick, the guy who died from cancer.
Hey, Samaj, you have the link. Join us.
Hey, you know why we're getting why we're getting 4 watchers aside from this being on a nothing channel? Elon Musk is also streaming. That explains it. He's always stealing our views.
Yeah, it's Big Musk. That's what's stealing it all.
Big Musk, Big Pharma, just generic big things.
Anything that's stealing from me, even if it's not actually stealing from me, it's all the fault of Big something. Yes,
objectively so.
I'm sorry for this joke. It's the fault of the big black dick.
See, now I can't mirror this.
I mean, you could always just bleep that out. Yeah.
Nah, I gotta find this minute in the live stream recorded. Nah, it's too much work.
But yeah, Samaj says, woman learn to internet.
Technically, you can still mirror this because there are many people that play Cards Against Humanity and get that shit monetized, literally looked at by them, handpicked. They literally looked at it. I cannot talk. Basically, Cards Against Humanity, you can view on YouTube. There are people who have it and they get monetized. They literally get their video looked at by YouTube. And they say it's okay.
Right, but we're political YouTubers. So it's different for us.
Do you know what they say on Cards Against Humanity?
My man, it's my second favorite card game.
Okay, so with the whole Eminem versus White Big Smoke, he's calling Hoodie Eminem and me Big Smoke.
My man, you need to gain another 800 pounds or so.
The link is in it's in the Cunstream chat. It's there in the Discord. Samaj. So.
This is the point in the stream where we were all memeing, and now we relax and have nothing to say.
You know what? Alright, here's controversial statements. You ready for this? Y'all ready for this?
Go ahead.
No.
Do it.
Fallout 4 is equivalent to Fallout 3.
I will burn you at the stake personally. Here,
I don't care about that series, so I got no point in it.
I'm going to do the big drug.
Not the
now
big
we
drugs.
really can't mirror this.
See, it's not even the drug. It's how phallic it looks. That's.
Are we sending links in Discord now? Have we just completely given up on Twitter? Is it?
I've sent it on Twitter too. So.
Well, where on? Oh,
well,
wait,
not to you, but yeah.
In the lowly faggots DM.
Wait a minute. Are you even following? Are you even following my new Twitter?
Probably not. Did you make a new Twitter?
I had to because the other one, Twitter thought I was a bot. Yeah,
hey,
you're not
can we talk about your PFP on that one for a second?
What do you mean?
Can we just talk about that for a second?
What do you mean?
You fucking look at that, and you don't tell me you don't see any issues.
Are you talking about for YouTube?
No, the Twitter one. Your new Twitter PFP. Can we just acknowledge just how absolutely gay that looks for a second?
Are you... Hold on. Give me a sec. Are you talking about... come on. Do stuff.
Like, it's well drawn.
I know what you're talking about, and I agree.
Are you talking about this good boy?
Yes.
The good boy.
Yes, I am talking about that one.
You're not making it any better.
It's well drawn, but it looks really gay.
I like him. Okay. He's my drow. My drow.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay, that's less gay.
Is it? Is it really?
You know what? That's a good point.
He's a drow with sharp teeth and all that stuff.
I'm sorry.
I play countless hours in World of Warcraft. Even I think that's gay.
Yeah, this is what I got for his character sheet kind of thing.
Okay, you're not helping your case.
I don't care. I don't care.
Also, I think it's a D&D drow, my man.
But I need to say, if I say something just out of the norm, just completely ignore me, except I didn't say it, please.
What?
Look, there's something to be said about the character of someone, even though they say like that they're into D&D, they into My Little Pony, it's totally fake, and they have the balls to say, yeah, fuck you, I do what I want. Okay, cute. I can respect that. I can respect that.
I like both of those things.
To be fair, all video games are derivative of D&D. So if you say I like video games but not D&D, you can lick my left nut.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's like saying you like the Beatles. I mean, how old are the Beatles? That's fucking old stuff. Grow up, Grandpa. I'll die, Grandpa.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Beatles personally.
I'll be
I think
back.
you'd be in the right mood.
I think a lot of the older songs, I mean, they're dated by the way they're recorded and how they're presented. I just can't. I hear it and go, ah.
It really just might be oversaturation for me. So.
Yeah, like I can't listen to Queen anymore just because of how it's everywhere now.
We lost Mag. She's going to the other stream.
Okay.
That's not a bad thing. But
there's only a handful of media out there that transcends time and it will always be, really, really good to watch no matter what age you are. One example I think, maybe not so much on the age, is the Heavy Metal, the animated movie from the 1980s. God, movie. If you haven't seen it yet, you owe it to yourself to do so.
I'm sorry.
Are you apologizing because you haven't watched it? Because I can forgive that.
Yeah.
Or if you're saying you're sorry because you disagree with me, well then you need to put your head in the sand, right? And just stay there until you're dead.
No, I just never seen it
anymore.
Hey, but by the way, do either of you use Streamlabs and know how to just keep the mouse from showing up at all?
The fuck is a Streamlab?
Wait, what? How do you not know what a Streamlab is?
I haven't streamed in forever.
Streamlabs OBS is just a way to stream better. You have your chat and all that stuff there.
Yeah, if you get OBS, OBS is like the program you get going where you can like show people donating and then get little graphics and stuff on there.
Oh, you mean that thing that's covering every Twitch stream ever?
Pretty much, yeah.
That stuff.
Except I'm doing it a lot less invasive than they do. All you have is the chat on the side here. So
my man, I absolutely hate it when like someone's doing a serious stream, but they have that going. So like, and then my mother died of cancer. John Cena.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's just clever. Yeah, I haven't gotten into Twitch. I keep thinking I should. I hear there's a lot of booby streamers on there.
There's quite a bit.
Oh, yeah. I keep considering it, and then like, nah, I'll do it next week.
Like, I have a friend. She's got like a really nice pair of tits, but she doesn't have any work right now. She's trying to find a job. I'm like, sweetie, just sign up for Twitch. They have this like women's program that you can apply for. They will literally give you a computer and a camera and a code for free games. All right, they'll literally start your business for you.
As long as you don't try to copy strike PewDiePie, you'll be fine.
Yeah, don't do that.
Of course, you'll have the entire gaming media on your side for whatever that's worth.
Yeah.
All right. Because I'm bored. How about another controversial opinion? BioShock 2 was a mistake.
That's controversial?
Well, I actually never played either of them.
There's 3 of them!
Well, 4 of you. Well, is it 4 that, what was that one with the sky?
That's Infinite. That's numero 3.
That is. My bad. All right. I have all 3, and I've never played them. I always meant to, but I just never got around to it.
The first one is amazing.
Yeah, the first one is literally my argument for games is art. The third one has very solid gameplay. The second one was a sin against nature itself.
That seems to be the problem with the second games in general. I mean, the second Devil May Cry game was just terrible. I
don't necessarily agree.
I think the exception from the rule, in my opinion, I agree with me. Kingdom Hearts 2. Fucking love that game.
That's one of the first games I ever played. Had no fucking idea what was going on, but I enjoyed it.
No one did. Even the people who played the first game had no idea what was going on.
I looked it up, and apparently BioShock was going to have a film.
Yes, it was, and it was canceled.
Yeah. Canceled in 2014 or so.
The script got reworked into a guy escaping a psychiatric ward in a different film. It's actually pretty good.
I'm not surprised. I mean, there were a lot of video game movies at one point, and they were almost all absolutely horrendous.
Yeah, to be fair, Uwe Boll just ruined it for everyone. Anyone who had a shot at being decent, he just ruined it.
Yeah. So a lot of people are like, have you guys seen that Castlevania show on Netflix?
I've avoided it like the plague.
Yeah.
You shouldn't. That show is magnificent. And the reason why that show was so good is because, well, one, the script did get reworked and all that. It was meant for it to be a movie, and it was meant to be the first serious, good video game themed movie. But unfortunately, then all these terrible movies came out, and studios were like, yeah, no, we're not taking a risk. And it kind of sat on the shelf for a long time. It actually had it was written by Warren Ellis, and I don't know if you know him, but he's a really famous comic book author who's done novels and movies and other kinds of stuff.
What's his name again?
Warren Ellis. Some of his movies were the movie Red with what's that guy's name?
The name seems so familiar. I know I must own something of his.
Oh, I guarantee that you do. He even wrote the original comic of Iron Man, the Extremis storyline that they kind of adapted in Iron Man 3, and they fucking butchered.
You know what? That's what I own. Yeah. Yeah,
that could be. I mean, the Extremis comic was so fucking good. But then they took it for Iron Man 3 and just brutalized it, and I thought, you fuckers. That was the one movie I absolutely didn't care for.
Also, can we acknowledge the timeline problem in the MCU that Peter Parker is both in Iron Man 3, then becomes like 6 years older in 2 years in Homecoming?
I never really paid attention. I've gotten to the point where I just sort of ignore a lot of these timeline things and just focus on it being a good movie, because I realize that when you put too much thought into a lot of these, you're going to ruin it for yourself.
You know what? Even though that's a good point.
Even though there are some movies you can't avoid that being in there, like
here we go. Here's someone arguing with me. I'm sorry. Continue it.
No, I was just gonna say like Black Panther, fucking terrible movie, absolutely terrible, and unfortunately it also had incredibly low sales. But you wouldn't believe that if you listen to the media.
You know, honestly, I don't think Black Panther was even that bad. My favorite character was like the gorilla guy. I couldn't tell you his name if I tried.
M'Baku.
Gesundheit. But he was just the absolute fake out of, he's the big bad. Oh, wait, no, he's just a totally normal person.
Yeah, well, he was supposed to maintain being the big bad. He's one of Black Panther's greatest villains. He's M'Baku, the man beast.
I'm mildly familiar with the character. I don't really play.
I actually haven't watched Black Panther yet.
Well, I'll tell you this. Yeah?
You're not missing anything terribly much.
One thing to keep in mind is that the way movies make money nowadays is that you have the American market and then you have the Chinese market. The Chinese market, however, spends exponentially more on movies, going out and seeing them, than the American one does. So the Chinese market is technically more important.
Well, that's because there's 10 billion more of them.
Well, and they also are repeat viewers as well. They love the MCU movies. They just love them. But they did not like Black Panther. And one of the reasons being is because it stars mostly black people. Because China doesn't like black people.
There's a joke in there somewhere. I just need to think on it for a minute.
Well, here, maybe this will help you. So there was a review for Black Panther in China. And one of the lines that this reviewer said, he said he had to pinch himself awake because the theater was so dark.
Oh my God.
It was probably the most savage review I've heard.
Goodbye, Huffle.
By the way, I found 2 bits of Twitter cringe if you guys want that.
Oh, all right. Deist in the live chat here.
Oh, haven't noticed.
You said I was crossing the line. At what point?
What
Now
line
we
haven't we crossed yet?
wait, hold on. My name is Tom Sweeney, and I hate the gays. There we go. That's all of them.
There you go.
But let's see. There's this one from July 24th that's been making the rounds again.
Oh.
First sign of racist. I am not a racist. First sign of misogynist. I am not a misogynist. First sign of a casteist? That's the first time I've ever actually heard this
Boy,
thing
what?
talked about. I'm not a casteist. Denial means you're not willing to assess your inevitable limits. Limits we all have by virtue of societal structures.
All right. I'm gonna go hang myself now. You two enjoy this stream. Also, Deist, if you're referring to my BioShock 2 comments, it was the worst game I've ever played in my life. I've heard a lot of people say, "Oh, well, it's just not a good BioShock." No, you're fucking wrong. It's just a bad game. Fuck off. I love you, man. D&D tomorrow, but fuck off.
Yeah, how is the D&D thing going? I've just never been able to, one, get up the energy to go into it, and two, when I do get the energy, no time.
We're conquering 2/3 of the country.
Well then. How's that going?
Surprisingly well. Only one of us became a demon.
Only... You know, if I was still there, I could make a joke about that, because a Monsayer is a demon, basically. Well, devil, more.
You know what, Deist? We won't speak about this later. I'm going to rant about this to you now, Deist, just so I can prove you're wrong on camera.
Yes, we'll do it live here.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. Fucking Bill O'Reilly, man. Wait, if I'm going to do the joke, I at least need a secretary to touch.
Samaj is your secretary.
Fuck you. Keep your hands to yourself. I did not consent to this.
Good. Then we're good on the bit.
Good.
I said no.
So did she.
I certainly hope she did.
Okay, that's all the lines.
We probably got a few more to go.
Yeah, probably.
Alright, go on with your rant.
Alright. So let's first talk about the UI and lack thereof. Even the pause menu is slow and laggy and unresponsive on all fucking platforms. Can we Jesus, how do you fuck up a pause menu? I want to know. Secondly, the only weapon you're given, and it runs out of ammunition faster than a fucking Democrat talking about gun control. I think that's all I gotta fucking say. But if I must go on, because no one else wants to talk,
Exactly.
the retarded ass story. The retarded ass story. You're a prototype Big Daddy who is objectively better than all the rest of them, even though you're supposedly the preview worst model that got thrown out with the bathwater. Somehow you're better, and yet you're still victim to the most underused ability in BioShock, the brainwash ability, that never fucking comes up again. The plot holes are so immense, I could do fucking gymnastics through them. And I'm fat!
You good?
Yeah, I think I'm good.
You know, now I'm actually curious on how we're gonna order ourselves based on how fat we are.
Well, you're on the one side of the not as fat as me, and I can't see the other guy, so I don't know. The skeleton is a little ironic considering if he's fat, he's that's false advertising, sir.
It's an in-joke. Therefore, it's not false advertising.
All right.
I've actually been losing weight, so.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, congratulations.
I pretty much have too, but I don't go on the scale. I just know I'm losing it.
I need to hit a bloody gym.
I
Yeah,
need to hit a Bloody Mary.
I have actually never tried a Bloody Mary, by the way.
I mean, if you got the 15 minutes for someone to make it for you, it's pretty all right.
I mean, if it's one of those things with tomato juice in it, isn't it?
Is it worth it to get that instead of a Kahlua and cream?
You know what? Honestly, it's a good hangover drink. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, what about someone who's never had a hangover and who's never been drunk?
Probably not worth it.
Okay.
It's also a decent like breakfast thing. Like it goes well with eggs. But then again, you're gonna spend more time making the drink than the eggs.
Okay.
So,
I think there's a comment that was deleted because in the chat itself it's not there, but on the sidebar it's still showing his comment.
okay. What comment's that?
The one right after we will speak about this in VC chat. I think he was trying to tell you that while you were complaining about Bioshock.
Oh, I didn't pay any attention to it. I'm sorry, Deist. You can moan at me later.
I'm sure you will.
You probably will.
Let's see. Here's one. Negotiating with FBI to get 950 pages on Gamergate. Previous release was only 170, so at least 780 new pages are up for release. The 170 pages that found nothing wrong, and they expect more to show that there is stuff wrong and all that. Okay.
Okay. Who's looking for this information?
Someone called Emma Best. NatSec Geek.
Best. Never heard of her.
Let's see.
Sounds familiar though.
Here, that's the tweet. Oh, and I'm blocked now.
Oh, and you're blocked now. Hey.
Yeah, I was blocked as soon as not long after I responded. So.
Oh yeah, show it.
Show that I'm blocked.
Yeah.
All right.
Pixar didn't happen.
Exactly. Do it. No balls.
All right. There's NatSec. Blocked.
Yeah. Well then, you've achieved.
Why is that
today.
child wearing a Soviet hat? That's my question.
I don't know. I think is that supposed to be her?
Well, someone's been planning this for a long time then.
Speaking of blocks, have you guys heard about? Sorry to switch topics if that's the case, but
it's a pointless stream. Go ahead.
No, fine. Have you guys heard about Alterna Comics and how they have that one part of the things of working for them? They say you can't use block bots.
I mean, that's decent of him.
Yeah, and apparently he's gotten into a lot of shit from the comics media, journalists, pros, all that kind of stuff. He's been getting a lot of shit, and he did a stream earlier today. The guy who runs Alterna Comics, and he almost committed suicide.
Wow.
Almost committed suicide in regards to because he was also getting death threats. People were starting to blacklist him,
and they want to call people like us harassers.
Exactly. Well, it also sounds like they're trying to ruin his business in that he has this thing like if you're going to order comics, there's this catalog you can get called Previews Magazine. I get it every month, and it tells you all the new comics and stuff and other merchandise that you can order for your store. And it sounds like it's going to be taken off of previews. So that means in order to get... Yeah, so, I mean, chances are I don't know if this is going to happen. I just wouldn't be surprised if it did happen.
You know, in my opinion, right, like Comicsgate, I do believe it's important because I love comics. But I think like the guys who are saying, oh, if we win here, we can turn it around in the movies are just fucking delusional.
I think it's more important that it brings attention rather than, making them change their ways kind of thing. That's kind of what Gamergate did. It brought more attention to it, and that was the good thing, I would say.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Because now
Yeah,
less
I
people
think
trust
that.
gaming media.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and not just that. I mean, some people who are in the games media, they are more open with saying that something is openly sponsored and that kind of stuff. It used to be that sometimes they wouldn't tell you, oh yeah, the company of so and so game flew me over to review so and so a game and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes like they just expect you to do nice things for the journalists.
Mm.
Hmm.
You know, speaking of games journalists, should we look through Polygon for some cringe?
Why not?
If we must. Why? Do you think Polygon has changed their ways? Do you think there's a sliver of integrity that has trickled in there in the years that have come from all this?
I
highly
highly
doubt
doubt it.
it.
You owe me a soda. Marvel Spider-Man is best when it lets you lose in New York. Have you guys played the new Spider-Man yet? Or...
I don't buy
No.
faggotry.
From what I've heard, there's a lot of people who are gushing over it. I decided though I should probably pick up this game when I realized that you can actually visit the Ghostbusters fire station. That's apparently in the game as well.
All right,
Let's see.
fair.
Warner Bros. Inclusion writer could bring more diversity to games.
No.
Next article. I'll hit my pass button on that. Thanks. On a smash or pass, I'll pick pass.
Destiny 2 Forsaken is really good.
Don't care.
It's Destiny, so yeah.
I mean, I had such hope for Destiny originally, but then I played the demo and like all of my goodwill just died.
As Gone Home turns 5, we look back at its polarizing legacy.
What even was it? I played that game. What even was that game?
I don't know.
No one's talking about it as far as I can tell, so...
Like, I think the most coverage it ever got was Jacksepticeye did a Let's Play of it once. I don't even think he finished it.
I mean, the only thing I remember of that game is that the main character is a lesbian, and as such, I mean, the internet did what the internet does. And I'm not going to say I didn't bust a nut, but, you know, I'm just...
And honestly, looking at Let's Play YouTubers for trying to figure out if a game is really good might be a mistake because they kind of hype themselves up by having this whole crowd, and then they'll see things as better than they actually are.
I think it's just a different point of view that it's interesting to get new perspectives on games. Like, who was it? I think it was Many a True Nerd, a kind of underrated Let's Player, who got me back into Total War. You know, so I think like a new perspective on things can really help refresh an experience.
Every modern console should include a simple media remote.
Wrong and gay.
Like they want an actual remote. Wait, is this an actual thing? A PlayStation Cloud remote?
If it is, what even is Polygon anymore?
The cloud remote is a real thing.
What even is Polygon anymore?
I don't know.
No. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure no one really cares about Polygon anymore.
No, it's mostly just for people who want some cringe for their day.
I mean, people used to like I used to go on to like comicbook.com. It was a lot like it was like a comics journalism website, and it was really good for a time. And now it's just, you know, divulged into nothingness. It's all about the political agenda, and there's like ads everywhere. It's like, here's like we got the exclusive pictures of the newest Captain America outfit from the next movie. Well, oh, cool, I want to see that. And you know, you have to click past like 4 different ads before you can actually see the imagery.
I just had the same experience with comicbook.com. I was looking at their article of the new creature compendium for 5e. And I was like, oh, hey, yeah, I'd like to know some basic details on that. I click on it. 5 ads later, it's really good. Bye.
Wait. There's a new creature compendium?
It's a third-party compendium, but yeah.
Ah, okay.
Like 500 new monsters. Like some of them are variants of original monsters. Some of them are like new original monsters. Honestly, I'm considering finding a PDF of it.
Oh my god. Fortnite's new grapple gun is the next best thing to playing Spider-Man.
I'm gonna kill myself and then the writer.
Well, here's some good news for Nintendo Switch people.
They deleted the Switch?
Civilization 6 is coming to the Nintendo Switch.
How?
Well, they're doing things that most people were shocked that they would ever be able to do on a portable system.
You know what? I gotta give that to them. At least for a portable system, that's pretty innovative.
The Predator is what fans want, but maybe not what they need.
What Batman not Arkham Knight. Batman Returns bullcrap is that?
I don't know. That head does kind of look fake, by the way.
Well, it's a Predator. Then again, it's supposed to look that way.
It's a freeze frame in a horror movie. When you freeze frame a horror movie, the effects are always going to look a little worse than when they're in motion.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is that I mean, it's supposed to be a horror movie. It's supposed to be, good and scary. But from what I've seen in the trailers, it looks kind of dumb and silly.
Also, they could have messed with the lighting here a bit just to make it easier to see, so that could change things too.
Yeah, that could also be a thing. Like maybe it's a little more shadowed, so you don't quite see the seams on the mask or something.
See, Predator 1 was a fantastic movie, and every other movie that came after that just couldn't match.
I think you're wrong.
Okay.
And?
To elaborate, it's more of a Schwarzenegger film with a monster than a monster film. I was expecting something like Alien, where the monster was the draw, rather than who was it? Rather than people calling each other faggots in helicopters.
Anyone want to bet that what's being complained about in this is all the gore?
You know what? I'll put $5 on it. I'll put $5 that they're complaining about the gore.
Who wants to read it?
First of all, there's something that needs to be discarded. Is the movie PG? I have a sneaky suspicion it's PG. And if it is, it's gonna flop.
Well, I think it's R-rated. Yeah,
I think it is.
Shane Black's R-rated sequel guts the franchise with blade of meta-comedy and gory special effects.
There we go. Complain about the gore.
No, I don't want comedy. It's not a comedy.
See, I can appreciate, like, when Alien said, yeah, our plot's pretty derivative, but that's not what you're here for, are you fuckers? Like, I appreciated that. That was some self-awareness.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing to just not spoil anything for anyone, we should just read this first part before the spoiler warning.
Also, can we look for just a second at how messed up the abs on the Predator are? They look like an anus.
Well, I mean, like, it's an alien. I'd be surprised.
It looks like an anus.
It kind of looks like there's roots growing out of his biceps, too.
I would be surprised if... Look, things that are alien should look naturally alien. They shouldn't look particularly human-like. So,
but they should also still look natural.
There's a difference between a xenomorph looking like subconsciously phallic, making it scarier, and having an anus in your chest. All right?
Maybe that's why they go at each other so much.
Look, I'm just saying...
Oh my god.
No, I'm just saying the more human it looks, the lamer it gets, and also the more disturbing it gets. I mean, here's an artist rendition of a female. It's not really gonna work. It's not... It's... Ugh.
Well, I'm glad that's censored, by the way, because then we're down.
Look, you can trust me, all right? I fuck up every now and then.
You're screen sharing. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, God. Why?
The internet
How did you get to that so quickly?
Well, let's just say this isn't the first time I've had to talk about Predator.
You know what? That's a fair point. All right, I'll give you that.
I've made some preparations. So
you were expecting this.
I was expecting it.
And Cap Diaz says, so Khan, I've never asked you, but why does your Avi not have a neck?
Well, it's actually surprisingly simple. See, I told my artist I want the skull to not have a jaw, right? And they interpreted that as I want the skull to have no lower body parts whatsoever.
So now you just have a floating half skull.
Yeah, but I really liked the look of it, so I ran with it.
Alright.
Oh, and here I was thinking you were making a reference to Mystery Skulls, a little music video on YouTube.
Nope,
With the
don't
card-
even know what that is.
Oh,
I-
you don't know the thing that broke Tumblr? Oh, wow.
Well, I despise Tumblr with a burning passion and try as hard as physically possible to disassociate with it. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
I guess
Also, didn't some Cartoon Network show break Tumblr earlier? So I don't really
breaks
care.
Tumblr.
This-
Everything
this-
breaks Tumblr.
This part
Fair.
right here just kind of makes me not want to watch it as a serious horror movie at all. Creative, bloody, and often hilarious kills.
No. This isn't like.
It isn't Scary Movie.
Well,
See,
yeah, it's not.
I don't.
yeah.
Like when Jason kills somebody humorously by like throwing them against a tree. Like I can appreciate that. I appreciate some dark humor.
But sometimes if the humor is placed, it's okay. But The Predator is not one of those movies that needs humor. Like something that's been around for a long time. I wouldn't be surprised. Like there was that movie Jason X where he was like off in space, and to fight off the monster, they distracted him with a hologram. So the main
That's
character.
exactly what I was talking about. And he beat like one with the other against a tree.
Well, he pulled him
Yeah.
in a sleeping. He's pulled him in a sleeping bag, and like a cartoon, just sort of whacked him. I just couldn't stop laughing, even though you really shouldn't have. But man, that was funny.
Yeah, it was a good joke. Oh god. So I'm playing Dark Souls 3 while I'm doing this, and I just hit lag swamp.
Is that the name of the swamp, or just the name of the what the internet's called it?
I'm getting 3 frames per second, and this guy is like looping in his death animation, and I'm very scared.
So the writer of this is a theater practitioner from New Zealand.
That explains it.
And here's his profile picture. So, yeah. Make of that what you will.
I bet your mom wished she swallowed you.
Jesus. What kind of discount early earning crap is that?
2 Riot Games employees out in wake of controversial PAX panel.
What controversial PAX panel?
Yeah, what happened at PAX?
Okay, over at PAX West, they had a 2-hour time slot where it was dedicated to just women and non-binary people, and only they were allowed in.
Oh, that sounds sexist.
That sounds dumb and gay.
Yeah, but things just it got online, of course, because it's PAX, so people started complaining about that, and I would have paid it little mind if it wasn't for one guy that came up and started saying, this isn't exclusionary at all.
Alright, now you're just being a dumb cunt.
Riot Games' internal culture war continues as 2 employees leave the company. The culture war, guys. It's the culture war.
The culture war.
That's one way to call it. Sure. See, Riot Games, I've never played any of their games, but I like them as a company only because they had an idea. They started off with this little game that they started developing, and it took off like crazy. And I wish them all the best in their success, but also new companies don't. They're going to have some struggles, and it's just don't find me a reason to hate you.
Wait,
Thank you.
Riot Games, weren't they the guys behind?
League of Legends.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I think that's
I
their
was-
only game.
I was trying to remember if it was League of Legends or Sniper Elite.
I'll take a look at what they actually.
Wait, who are the guys behind Sniper Elite? I can't remember.
Sniper Elite was made by Rebellion Developments
That's it.
and published by 505 Games.
I don't know who the hell they are, but it was Rebellion. That's who I was thinking of.
All right, let's see. Riot
Hey, I'm
Games.
back.
Oh, hey, you're
hi.
back.
We actually got a
finished
chicken
my
here
thing.
now.
So we were more interesting
Yes,
than my
I'm not
two
trans
steps.
anymore.
Awesome.
You could still be trans, yeah.
No! Wait, that's an inside joke between us.
Gentlemen, put on your manliest voice, okay? We have a woman in the room.
Oh man, gays, there's a women.
Oh wait. We got the woman in here. I'm going to send you something on Twitter, and you are going to.
I'm already scared.
Where it is in here? Yes.
Yes.
And I can't send you a message.
Why?
Okay, I'm gonna tweet it to you there.
Did you block it?
I'm scared. I'm scared.
All right, you are gonna be reading the article.
Did you?
Uh.
Did you block the host? How did you get in here?
No, she just hasn't followed me back, so.
Oh.
She's rude like that.
I could follow you.
Yeah, you were rude like that.
No, I just never did it before. Okay, now you can actually show it to me, and what is this article?
Just start reading it. We need the woman to read this.
We need the woman.
Wait, do you want me to read it out loud?
Yes, out loud. Starting from the beginning.
It's so bad
Not
at
to
reading it out
yourself
loud.
on stream. That makes for such interesting content.
But I will tell you guys this. I am a gamer, but I'm warning you, I'm really bad with reading out loud.
Okay.
Okay.
Look, there's only 3 people watching. You're okay.
Riot
Yeah,
Games, the
there's
creators of
fewer
League of
people
Legends.
watching than I have brain cells.
Guys, let her read. Let the woman read, you sexist.
Stop mansplaining me.
HuffleRuff gets
Okay, shush everyone. Riot Games, the creator of League of Legends, currently runs one of the biggest online games and explores scenes in the world.
Esports
scenes in the world. The company has also been embroiled in controversy over its international culture over the past few months.
You see what happens when we make the woman read?
This is what happens when you give power to the woman.
Okay, I need to say, I can read well in my head. When I have to read out loud, especially being nervous in front of an audience, I can't read.
What audience? We have 3 people watching. And one of them is probably me.
And another one's me.
Yeah.
I don't know your channel, and I don't know where this live stream is. Otherwise, you would have 4.
Oh, ouch! The person you have on doesn't.
There. You have no excuse now.
Did you tweet this out?
This is why I came back.
Sarcastic tones?
Okay, now, why is there a million comments by ANCAP DS artist? There's a million comments!
Because I angered him by saying Bioshock 2 was an objectively terrible game.
I don't care about any of those games, so I don't care. Do I still need to read?
Does someone else want to read in her place?
I don't want to read. It's
Look,
the weekend, damn it. I don't need to read. That's what school is for, and I'm not in school. I'm supposed to be drawing and shitposting.
Shit posting.
Wait, you draw? You put the pen to the paper?
I'm doing a project for one of my friends, helping him out. I'm doing an animation for him, so that's what I was planning to do this one. And also, I was trying to put out a video this weekend. But yes, I actually draw on my own, and I will say this, I don't care if anyone says this different. Traditional is the best. Online, you can do really good with it, and it can be very beautiful, but it sucks ass. I can do online, but it sucks ass. I'd rather do traditional. The only problem with traditional is I have no Control Z.
It sounds to me like you're scared of doing new things. Are you a coward? You sound like a coward.
No, I have used Flash, Illustrator, and Movie Maker, and I've made my own goddamn movies before. and I've drawn many different stuff before.
You
And
have-
I'm in an advanced animations class and coding. So no, I can do it. I know how to do it. I just don't like to do it.
You're just scared of new stuff, aren't you? How dare you?
You have-
No, I'm
you
joking.
have
It's
two-
all-
Okay, you know what?
have
Yes,
two
I am a
computer
scaredy
artists here.
cat girl, okay? I am allowed to be the scaredy cat girl because cats are pussies.
Oh, she's using the badge card. Oh, come off it.
You have
The
two
bad-
digital artists right here. Okay.
Hold on. We need to acknowledge that now.
What did he say?
He's accusing you of using a voice modulator. He thinks you're a man.
No, I was talking
Okay.
about the badge card. We
Fuck
acknowledge the
you.
badge card.
All right, Vol.
I am not a guy, okay? F you.
All right, Volcon. While she's on her period, do you want to read it?
Are you kidding me?
No,
I
it's just
stuck
on
with-
topic.
All right, fine. Fine.
Screen share.
Where is it?
Yeah, I sent it to you on Twitter.
Oh, that's what you sent to me. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna admit, I very rarely actually click on links in Twitter DMs. Ooh, this and Dark Souls 3. What do I do?
Oh, do we need to screen share?
No, I know how to screen share. I haven't been gone that long.
Yeah, okay.
Hold on, I just gotta make sure none of my pins are embarrassing.
I mean, you could just have it in its own window and just share that.
Nah, that's gay. All right, let's go. Where were we?
Dying.
Just start from the top.
All right. Teacher, what paragraphs did we leave off on?
Any paragraph
Right,
that doesn't
games.
involve me.
Riot Games, creator of League of Legends, currently runs one of the biggest online games and esports scenes in the world. The company has also been embroiled in a controversy over its internal culture over the past few months. The discussion around Riot Games' culture kicked off with a Kotaku report, of course it did, in August, which was further validated and discussed publicly by former and current employees. When escalated over a PAX West panel, now two outspoken Riot employees are unemployed, at least one of them fired, in the wake of their interactions with the community. Daniel Z, way too German name, a systems designer, and Mattis Lemon,
Lemon.
But,
a communications designer, are no longer working at Riot.
by the way, can we speak about one thing right now? Look at how big his mouse is. You guys see that, right? Put your mouse over his mouse. You see that? Yes.
Yes.
I see.
And I need to say something. This is back to what you guys were saying before. Open up Twitter. Open up our group chat. Please.
Wait, what?
The one who's screen sharing.
No.
What?
Please.
Yeah. Okay.
It is important.
All right,
we
fine.
lost the viewer.
You lost a viewer. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That was me.
That's not good for the analytics. Get back in.
I was so bored that I left.
All right.
Why
continue.
aren't you opening up Twitter like I asked? Please.
Continue.
Please
All right,
do it.
fine, but I'm still screen sharing. But okay.
Okay, but that's why I asked you to. Open up our chat.
Lonely faggots.
Yes.
Okay.
Call me a guy again. Call me a fucking guy
That's
again.
a trap. That's a trap.
Look.
Call me a guy again.
Sweet. All right. I want to call you sweetheart, but I can't. Here's the
Why?
thing. Here's the problem with this. All right. I go on the stream, and we have a host, or not a host, a guest that comes on frequently. I was convinced for the longest time that was a chick. All right. And I found out this chick has a dick. All right. Presentedly, everything else. I was fucking. It was a trap. And oh god, it was bad. All right. This proves me nothing. That's
Well, I did this for nothing then.
No,
Hey,
well,
man.
first of all,
For 4 months. Oh God, no! I've done it. For 4 months, I thought a Scottish man was a chick.
that's okay. But hold on a second.
Angry Scottish man.
Wait. Is it the kilt?
Yes. It was
That's
the killer.
racist.
Now, although I am very critical, I'm not taking it too seriously. I will say though, from that image alone, you are a very lovely lady. Now, I just want to make sure that's out there.
If she breathes, she's a thought.
Oh, you got that right. I don't have to respect you.
All right, continue.
Like I want people's respect on the internet.
Is there any respect on the internet anymore?
I mean, I got respect for Shane DK, but that's about it.
I mean,
All right, continue.
All right, hold on. Let me just hold on. Trying to get through lag swamp here. Hold on. All right, here we go. Shows you how invested I. Oh, didn't even see that. Well, I guess that life's over. Daniel Z. Klein, a systems designer, and Mattis Lemon. And Mattis, a communications designer, are no longer working at Riot. Klein and Lemon are both outspoken about the problems in Riot's internal culture and communications. They also both engaged with the community after the PAX West panel led to an outcry on social media. Both Klein and Lemon discussed the problem of inclusivity at Riot. Lemon wrote about his personal experiences at Riot, don't know why that's in red, on September 2nd, saying in a Medium post, "One thing I've learned in my life, if somebody has to tell you they're on your side, see what I mean? If somebody has to tell you they're on their side, they're not."
Oh my god.
At Riot, we're told to default to trust, but as I've said many times, my ability to default to trust ends where my blackness begins.
What?
what? How do you feel confident enough to say that on the internet? That is blatantly racist.
Boy, what?
What?
So you're saying that black people can't tell the truth?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Black people can't trust anyone. Black people have to be shady and all that.
Why do you think they're all in their ghettos?
I have a very weird sense of deja vu.
Is it racist that every time one of my black friends come over, I always have to make sure the good china is still where it is?
I mean, to be fair, if it has more than 8 syllables, you can't trust the guy. Doesn't matter what culture they're from.
By the way, all the things in red, those are links.
You know what?
Good to know.
You know what? No. I'm going to read everything in red with a more intense voice.
Okay.
Anyways, after my tweets, I was told on no uncertain terms that I was on thin ice and that I had risked being fired. In a meeting with my manager, I was told that my job performance was great, but my cultural misalignment was concerning. I was told that in my conversation with Mark, it was clear to my manager that I hadn't been listening or open to Mark's viewpoint. Since then, I have gone to work most days wondering if I would be fired. That's a fair concern.
I would be too.
It makes for a very unsafe work environment, and then not unsafe in that you're fearing for your safety, just your well-being and paying, making sure you can, pay your bills.
Okay, so I found the stuff about.
Hold on. Is there a 6-hour ad? No. I was mistaken.
All right. Mattias Lemon is a Democratic Party delegate, Black Lives Matter, proud social democrat, and aggressive progressive.
I thought that this purple
Go
logo
woke,
here
go
was
home.
a 6-hour logo.
Oh wait, no, it's go woke, go broke. Damn it! Soiled it!
Soiled it!
I think you were trying to say get woke, go broke.
Yes, and then I failed, and then I corrected myself. But I still
Since the
failed.
original report by Kotaku, Klein has been actively signal boosting the voices of other rioters and engaging conversations. In the wake of the PAX West panel and the following controversy, he wrote a detailed thread with his thoughts.
What is wrong with us?
Wow, this is a bigger... Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 tweets in this thread. And the last one is about his dog.
You know what? That's fine. I'll just read the article. I don't care.
Here's a picture of Kaylee who thinks women and non-binary people are wonderful and deserve to be in gaming, and she just wants to sit in your lap and purr.
when you
Okay, to
want to
that
check
person, go in a hole. To the
when
person
you want
who's
to check
reading,
your Discord,
thank
but you
you
also
very
don't want to
much.
accidentally dox yourself.
To the person that's going to read the article, thank you very much, sir.
My name's the voluntarist consumer. Learn it.
No.
Fine.
I'm an air cap. You can't make me do anything.
He's just a con.
Yeah, that is also an acceptable name. Con.
Con
Just
artist.
a con man.
Wait. If you start drawing all the time, are you a con artist?
You're a
Yes.
con artist.
I'd be fucking suicidal if I'd be.
I've been a con artist for a long time.
Systemic sexism and racism exist.
Let the boy read. And yes, I'm gonna keep calling him boy.
Bitch, I'll fucking cut you.
Hey, I'm a girl. I can say that because I'm still a girl.
Sure you are.
I am 17. I'm still classified as a girl.
You're a thought and a trap.
I don't care.
And like that,
Oh, my throat.
and like that, you have tougher skin than every feminist out there.
You know what? Where's my phone? I need to follow you real quick.
Me?
Fuck did it go? Yes, you.
And by the way, thank you to the guy who just said the tougher than feminist.
There's 4 of us in this call. How is it that hard to keep track?
Because I wasn't looking
that would be the
at
monkey.
the call. I wasn't looking at the thing.
I'm not either.
It would be the monkey that said that.
That would be me. Yes, Simaj, co-host of the Snatchcast. Anyway, let's go on.
Anyway, systemic sexism and racism exist in an intersection of bigotry and power dynamics, he said. The reason that sexism against men makes no sense as a concept is that men have the power. Klein explained in his reasoning... I can only read fast for so long. Klein explained his reasoning at length. He also used the terms man babies and overgrown toddlers. In a follow-up post on Reddit, he further elaborated that the community reaction was fucking terrifying because of the violently angry posters, a behavior he linked to the toxic atmosphere and incidents alleged against Riot Games. Sources within Riot Games told Polygon after that PAX West controversy went viral, employees were instructed not to engage with fans on the topic. Klein told The Verge that he was fired for violating our social media policy. In the wake of the PAX West conversation, Landman defended Klein, writing on Twitter, being an ally means listening to, learning from, and standing up with marginalized people. You know, I think I argued with this guy. Whatever. Daniel Z. Klein has done that in the years I've known and worked with him. It's telling when people spend more time tone policing him than calling out those harassing and threatening him. I mean, is it a threat if it's on the internet?
No.
When contacted for comment, Riot Games offered the following comment. Don't know why you needed that first clause of the sentence. Why is this here? Okay. These departures
Why are we
are
all here?
just to suffer.
Yep.
These departures are independent from our efforts to evolve our culture. Our culture remains our top priority, and we remain committed to taking the steps that we need to become a leader in diversity and inclusion. How about making fucking games?
Yep. But I'm just gonna say for the last comment, we're all masochists.
Masochists, or whatever.
You know what? If that's true, I'm just going to let this continue for a second.
If we must.
Have some lag.
Have some. Is that what's going on there?
It honestly looks like snow to me, just like snow falling.
No, it's too. I don't want it to snow yet.
Hey, what do Trump, Obama, and an Eskimo have in common?
What?
They don't want to get Snowden.
I don't get it.
Get off the internet. You're clearly not. You're not ready for the internet. Get off.
Nope.
Get off.
I've been on the internet for only 3 years.
All right.
That's 4
On a
years
different
now.
subject. Can we acknowledge that Edward motherfucking Snowden, the guy who informed us just how much we were being spied on, actively advocated for government control of the internet through net neutrality? Can we acknowledge that for a second?
We can try.
We can try. Thank you, all 2 viewers. Two of them happen to be in this call.
Indeed. I don't. Did anyone tweet out the video?
No.
No.
See that's why we only got 2 people watching here.
You know what? All
I
right,
have no
fine.
followers. I'm not obligated to.
Well, just draw a couple of half-naked women. You'll get a few more followers.
All right.
I should know from experience.
That is very true.
Draw some naked women on stream. It'll work out.
We should probably continue.
I recently found out that you can go pretty far if you're an artist and you're streaming on Twitch. Your drawings of like almost completely naked women. You're not really supposed to go that far, but they draw the line from anything that's bodily fluid, and apparently like sweat or spit or anything like that. Those relatively mild things. So long as you don't do that, you can go with almost anything you want.
What if it's a fully clothed person and it's just one drop of sweat?
Yeah, what if it's like Rosie the Riveter with a single bead of sweat going down their brow? Is that considered too much?
That might be too steamy for Twitch. Yeah.
I draw animals. I'm sorry. No, and I don't mean furries.
Well, that's gonna change soon if you want money.
I mean, legit though, I would do furry commissions if I could draw, because that's just good fucking money.
Well, it's good money, but it's not good for your soul.
I need to start learning how to do that stuff.
You know what, Deist? I did see what you tweeted me, and you're a faggot. Sorry, comment response. This isn't going to make any sense whenever you post this. Deal with it. These departures are independent from our efforts to evolve our culture. I couldn't keep going. Give me a second. We will always encourage rioters to share their perspectives, and we fully support efforts by rioters to further our diversity and inclusion initiatives. We are committed to making real, positive change in riots culture, and internal advocates are a crucial part of making that happen. Beyond that, we can confirm that these individuals are no longer with Riot Games, but we cannot provide further details on personal issues. In other words, we don't suck. I swear, it's not my fucking problem.
HuffleRuff, are you going for the sway when every time we get those multiple screens?
I'm gonna try. Yes, I'm gonna try it.
Do it. Do the reggae.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Stay away from the voodoo.
You know what we need to do? We need to start like a riff tracks thing.
No.
That'd be fun. Just talk over movies and be assholes. That'd be fun.
I do that all the time with my friends. I'm done. I'm done with that. I don't want to hear it on the internet. This isn't Mystery Science Theater, although one could try that.
Although. In a previous comment provided by Polygon after moderating about moderating employees, Riot stated, in cases where a rioter is found to have behaved inappropriately, the outcomes aren't determined by community sentiment, and are instead evaluated through the lens of our values and principles. Collide and Lemon are unable to provide comment at the time of publishing.
And that's where it ends, right?
More from Polygon!
Must we go to Polygon? Must we? Although, granted, that they are the lull
Adventure Time showrunner doesn't see the finale as a happy ending!
Oh, one of Polygon's articles from August 30th. PewDiePie is about to be dethroned as YouTube's biggest channel.
Uh-huh.
This land is my land takes a different view of the Wild West than Red Dead Redemption! Did MMOs fail to adopt, or did I get old?
What's this nonsense I'm hearing about PewDiePie getting dethroned?
Well, you see, there's an Indian channel that's exploiting the entire Indian population for subscribers, and someone's finally overtaking PewDiePie.
Something called T-Series.
Yeah, it's an Indian skit show. I like this notification here. You are presenting to everyone. Thank you.
Felix PewDiePie Kelberg half-heartedly wants his army of 9-year-olds to stop a group called T-Series from becoming the biggest channel on YouTube.
I think I clicked on the wrong one because this can't be what. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
This live stream's about to get 1 million views now.
Why?
Because I just tweeted it.
There we go.
Hey, I just
You
tweeted it, and hey, look, nobody gave a shit.
Yeah. So this is obviously not the T series you're talking about because it's only got like a little over 2,000 subscribers.
No. There's like one. No, it's just the letter T. There's like one with like.
Oh. You have 29 followers.
50 million subs, some shit like that.
Me? Okay.
Mag,
and?
you have 29 followers. You ain't getting us nothing.
Well, I got 397.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
Suck my dick.
Be funny.
I can't. I'm a girl.
Tell a joke.
Well, at least she's woke enough to know that women can't be funny. I like this chick.
Thank you.
Hey, want to hear
I
my
know
favorite
women
joke?
can be funny. I'm just not one of them. And most women aren't because they don't know how to take a fucking joke because they're too emotional. You have to be a little bit of emotionalist to say a
Damn,
joke.
swinging out the gate.
See,
Fortnite Monopoly is coming this October.
What?
Blow my head off and call me Shirley Temple.
Fortnite is infecting everything.
Yes,
Goddamn it.
unfortunately.
They stole Thanos from the MCU, and I'm not happy about it. Anyway, I see what you're talking about, the T-Series. It's got like 61 million subscribers, which is interesting.
Yeah, it's like 3 million short of PewDiePie. Watch them stop like 9 short. And it just goes nowhere from there.
Seems like, yeah.
Deist, if you can actually get this to PewDiePie and get him to tweet it out.
Yo, guys, like, hashtag Team PewDiePie, though. I'm all on your side, man. Fuck the Indians.
He's talking about the dot, not feather.
Yes.
I'll say this, just looking at this channel, this looks like a show that'd be on Netflix.
Right. It's all Indian skits, is the thing, right? And they're just exploiting the massive Indian population for subs.
It's still presenting you. Okay, there we go. Now you're not presenting anymore.
Oh God! Did everyone just see my watch history? Oh no! Spoiler alert! It's a abridged series of anime I don't like and swords.
Why do you watch anime you don't like?
No, it's the abridged series of anime I don't like.
Oh, okay.
Which one are you watching?
Hellsing.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's such a good one. Good abridge.
The art is amazing. The dialogue for abridged is amazing. I couldn't sit through the first damn episode of the actual series.
Well, it's a little melodramatic, to say the least.
A little melodramatic.
A smidge on the melodramatic side.
I like the Hamtaro abridged from
There's
Jello
a Hamtaro
Apocalypse.
abridged?
Yeah, from
Ooh.
Jello Apocalypse.
I didn't even know they did that. I will look that up.
Yep.
Yo, but like legit though, the Alexander Anderson song, that's gold.
Oh, it's so good.
It's Hamilton, but Alexander Anderson.
I don't know if I can actually... Seriously, they need to make a way that we can play the desktop sound through Google Hangouts.
You know what? That'd be a good idea.
They really need to do that.
It's not going to happen. You can want all you want, but yeah, you're just stuck with your OBS or XSplit or whatever else the programs are.
Yeah, I'll have to use that to be able to get sound from here. So.
Yeah.
Speaking of sound, I'm going to turn on the music for everyone since we're boring.
Are you? Oh, you got
Yay.
music going.
We're
We now
boring?
have music story going.
Oh.
We're always boring.
What music?
Wow. I mean, considering only you have just us who are watching on the channel.
Well, we got Bland McBland voice over here, Thanos the Furry, Trap 2.0, and HuffleRuff, the world's most greasy man.
Greasy.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Are you saying that we need to diversify our intake? We need to.
Hey, we are diversifying.
No, I'm saying
you
we
have
need
a girl
better people.
here, the only ANCAP girl ever. I'm kidding.
Well,
Hey, Mistress Machiavelli used to be a thing.
Well, if you're the only ANCAP girl, how you doing?
17, man. 17.
I have a boyfriend,
Reel it back.
I'm
Reel it
sorry.
back.
Your notice get barraged by like 10 fat old guys.
We are now taking this out of context. Reel it back. Just walk away.
All I'm gonna say
That's a
is,
terrible
I'm
reference.
sorry, boys. I'm sorry, boys.
Everyone's gonna be calling me a pedo now.
I'm
Hey,
playing with that accent because I feel like it.
How you doing?
If the whole Shadiversity situation didn't get me labeled a pedophile, this will.
Wait, what?
Well, hey, it won't be in 3
Wait,
months.
hold on. No, we can't move. What happened with Shadiversity?
Everyone is saying that he's a pedophile who wants to do children because of his art.
Wait, are you talking about Shadman?
Yeah. No. Oh yeah, Shadman, not
Different
Shadiversity.
people.
Yeah,
That
that's
is-
completely different people, guys. Okay, I mixed them up.
Shadiversity is a man with children.
I know who
owns a lot
Shadiversity
of-
is. I know who Shadiversity. I meant to say Shadman, Shadbase. Kill me now.
Shadiversity is a YouTuber with a lot of swords. Shadman is a pedophile. There's
Okay.
a difference.
Shadiversity, you have permission to come to America and stab me with every sword you have.
You're gonna fucking be there a while.
Yeah, we're gonna be here a while.
You know what? No, just borrow.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live.
I
Borrow
just like to.
Scalagrim's pommels. It'll work out.
I like to take a moment that I disavowed this whole stream. I disavow.
Look, we'll just
Damn it,
borrow
where
some.
is it?
We'll just borrow some of Scalagrim's pommels, and it'll all be over soon. We'll end you rightly.
So, hey guys, question.
All right, no sword memes. I get it. All right.
I honestly didn't hear you use it. Hey guys, question.
Mhm.
I'm going to send one of you guys something, and if anyone knows this anime, and I like it, but if anyone knows it, everyone's gonna call me a fucking pedophile.
Everyone looks over at Huffle.
Hey.
Did you get my tweet?
No, I didn't.
Nothing.
I sent it to you.
I didn't get it.
Why?
Do you want to just screen, sweetheart? Do you just want to screen share? it?
Okay, there we go. I don't know what this
You
anime
just
is.
call her sweetheart, you fucking pervert.
I don't know what this anime is, but good art style.
Are you?
It's called Konono no Jiken. Hope I said that right. You
It's
guys probably
called
don't know. If you guys
Moonstream.
know any, basically, if you know the Lolly Queen, she is the Lolly Queen.
And everything is going on in the background now.
That's what happens when you say the word lolly. Dogs start going nuts, mailmen start committing suicide, cats and dogs start living together, total anarchy.
Roxy, stop barking. Come here.
We see the back of Shad's, not Shad,
We're all
Hufflepuff's
running, going crazy.
greasy
The
head.
bubble's coming. The bubble's
don't
coming.
don't
Run, boys.
And she peed.
Ah, not my problem.
Fight the Lolly. Protect the Lolly.
I will be right back.
Now you're staying right here. You're gonna sit in that pee.
Gross. What's wrong with you? Gross. We're not into water sports on this thing. Oh fuck! Don't talk about this stuff. Stop it. There's a child in the room. God damn
What are
it.
you even talking about?
I am old enough to understand adult stuff. Okay.
All right. You know what? Our system works on a number system. Okay. All right.
All right,
18.
somebody got the Ghostbusters references. At least somebody got the Ghostbusters references.
I got the look. Yeah, I get it, man. I get it. I get the Ghostbusters. It's all good. It's all good. I mean, we're all a bit salty after the all-female Ghostbusters movie. It's a little hard to be okay with things nowadays. They're killing the past, man. They're killing the 1980s. She-Ra's now a man.
Dude,
Thundercats.
like, in every interpretation of this sentence, fuck She-Ra.
In every so I assume you mean that for the old one as well?
In every interpretation of this sentence.
Okay, all right.
She-Ra.
I got you now. I see that. I see what you're spracking. You know, I watched a podcast the other day that went over because apparently they I can't remember who it was. I think it was BuzzFeed. Interviewed a bunch of people who were doing fan art of She-Ra and asked them, a series of questions about why they did it, that kind of stuff to add a ripple to let's say everything. And all these. Yes?
Why don't we get that guy who cares? Michael Mick doesn't exist.
Exactly. So I'm going to continue the story, motherfucker. Yeah. Anyway, so they interview all these artists and all that, and they all said relatively the same thing. They never watched She-Ra growing up, but they liked the controversy. All right. And what does that tell you? It tells you they don't give a fuck about.
Happened to me. Feel so low. Continue.
People, what can I say, boys? Girls like the drama.
Well, see, there's that. There is the drama. There's a lot of people who don't actually care about the show itself, which means that when it does come out, no one's going to watch it. No one's going to care about it. And the reason why they do the art is for the controversy. There's another term you can use for it. So they do it because it's popular, and then they can generate views for their channels and their blogs and whatnot. There's a term that you can use for this: ambulance chasers. And I make this comparison because there was a very similar phenomenon when Robin Williams passed away. When Robin Williams passed away, tons of artists all over everywhere made fan art of the genie from Aladdin, everywhere. And each and every one, mostly some of them didn't even see the movie that he was based on. They just wanted to get the views. They're ambulance chasers. That's why they're doing this.
We're talking Robin Williams. Everyone who doesn't get this reference, leave the call.
Yeah, Aladdin was fucking magnificent, okay? It was.
Good morning, Vietnam!
It's time for murder.
Bitch, come at me.
We should probably actually wrap this up. I gotta go make meatloaf tonight.
You can leave.
Well, I mean, if I leave, then you're all leaving.
That's true.
You know what? I'll just record the rest of this. I'll post it on my channel. Leave. Go.
We're having too much fun.
Oh, you already went off air. Okay.
No, we're not off air yet.
No, it's said off air this entire time.
We haven't started this. We haven't started Google Hangouts. I've been doing it from Streamlabs.
Oh.
My bad.
I forgot. I'm watching the stream. It's still going.
Yeah, no, my bad. I'm used to doing the Hangouts thing. I'm not used to the OBS or all the other stuff.
All right, well.
Haven't you noticed why his little weird picture thing gets smaller and smaller and smaller?
You'd be surprised how little I'm actually paying attention to the screen. I'm doing work while I'm talking to you guys.
Oh yeah, what kind of work?
Art.
What kind of art?
Commissions.
Something you can show us?
Actually, hold on a second. I think he just posted it. I did something for Irate Bear recently.
Lolly shit?
No, I don't do lolly shit.
Oh, good.
I have one that I want to show really bad that I'm doing at the same time. I kind of want to keep it a secret until I'm done. I'm so conflicted.
Sorry, go ahead.
What?
I was just complimenting his art. I guess we ain't doing that.
Oh yeah, that's cool art.
So yeah, that's Irate Bear.
Irate Bear. Hold on a second. Let me.
So
see how I'm being put on the spot. Let me open up my DeviantArt. Let me get my stuff going.
See, the fact that you have an account on there is already a...
Yeah, I know. I'm already at a bad spot.
Hold on! No, you don't click away from that.
What? What's up? Huh?
Top left. No, just the further right, left.
Nope. We're scrolling down.
No, you cannot ignore that Jared from Subway.
Oh, that.
Wild.
Oh, that. Yeah, we were talking about Jared from Subway on the Snatchcast, and that was the thumbnail for it. I guess I do a lot of thumbnails for a channel called the Snatchcast.
A likely story.
I do. Hold on a second. I got.
Oh, hey, are you the guy who drew all that art for? Oh, what?
Okay, don't make my video go down.
I guarantee you, there's no nudity. It's just
Okay.
lewd. These are thumbnails for the channel. Okay, if YouTube doesn't have a problem with it, you're not gonna have a problem
Okay.
with it.
Hey, to be fair, like the rules on streams are a lot looser.
Well, sort of. Also, if your numbers aren't high enough, no one's gonna care.
Yeah.
There are
Oh,
channels
that looks like dog nudity.
I sent one of you guys something. It's a little project that I'm doing. For
Which
something.
one of us?
There's
He
three of
already
us
got
here.
the-
I got it.
Yeah. You
Also,
can
I
play
followed
if
you.
want
Follow
it.
me back, you sadist. What the
I
hell
don't
did
know
I
your
click
name,
into?
okay? I'm gonna call you Greaser. I don't know your name.
Voluntarist consumer. I just followed you. You should have gotten a
Not
notification from me
you.
because you have so
The
few
greasy guy.
followers.
Not you. I already know you. I met him.
You mean Dasu? That's my Twitter.
I'm gonna call you Ruff because that's what your thing says.
Yep, I'm HuffleRuff on YouTube.
HuffleRuff. Okay, I sent you something. It's an animation I'm doing. It's for Huffle.
What? What's the problem? What's the problem?
Hi, Opal. Hey, Opal, you're on our stream now, whether you like it or not.
We were good Protestant boys.
Samaj, is it?
I'm sorry. You think that's a problem? Here, hold on a second. Let me help you.
The word is were. We were.
Well, I mean,
No, you go back to that Lobo. You go back to that Lobo.
failure
what?
accomplished. Oh, hold on a second. Let me show you failure accomplished here. This was at his request for the channel because he was our guest.
No! No! No!
You have to understand. Look. At every young girl's age, I mean, she grows and develops into a woman, and you will go through a similar process. I'm sure.
I already have, and that's a man. That's
Hey,
why-
hey.
That's true.
Hey, there's someone in the comment section named Mindcap Kid, and I can tell by your name you're gay and wrong. We don't want your viewership. Get out of here.
Hey. Don't say
Hi.
that. He was here in the last stream, too.
I was about to retort, but then you pulled that up.
What up? What are you talking about?
Wait,
I work.
no.
I work
What?
long and hard. Oh, you don't know the context behind this? Do you know Opal? Oh, you see, okay.
Look
Opal?
up
How's
Opal
Opal?
Moonschild.
I'm too scared.
Oh, don't be.
Stop
You know-
speaking Moonspeak and switch to English. What is going on here?
Oh, what? Would you like to know the story about
No!
why the thumbnail exists?
She may have broken something, and it's one of those things.
Look, all I'm saying is that
You know what? It's been a great stream, guys. It's been fun. Goodbye. I hate you all. Kill yourselves.
Oh, apparently
You were
there was
the
a
one that
sound that
wanted
came
it
up.
to
and
stay
that was
longer, and
someone-
you were gonna record and keep it on your channel.
Yeah,
Now
I
you
was.
don't- now
And
you're
then
leaving.
we switched to this.
Hypocrite! Hypocrite!
Alright.
so.
We
Opal,
should probably
It's
end
not
the
hypocritical
stream
if
about now.
we switched
Can I
to
tell?
this.
Can I tell the story real quick? Real quick. Just-
Okay.
You know what? I
Go
kind
ahead.
of want to know the
No.
story behind this one.
Go ahead.
It's totally innocent. I swear to God. Opal, she was a guest on our channel. She's been hilarious. She's a fun, sweet young woman who unfortunately has, single mom, and she's struggling and she can't, go out and meet men and everything. And we decided to help her out. We did a charity stream to help get her a distressor. Let's just use it.
Didn't she break it pretty quickly too?
She did.
Yep.
But we did raise the money on the stream. We had people donate to help her out, and she did have a relaxing time, to say the
Yeah,
least.
I bet.
And then the next thing is like, what do you choose? Well, she had the option. She had the internet at her disposal, hence why the second thumbnail.
All right.
then.
All
She's
right.
not as degenerate that you might think that she is, even though she gets actually paid to say some really
Man,
bad
I
stuff.
can
wanna
stand
believe you.
degeneracy. I can't stand toxicity.
You can't stand the toxicity?
Can you not stand the internet then?
I've been in Discord chats with a hoodie. I can withstand degeneracy. It's toxicity. That's my issue.
What are you talking about? There's nothing that. Look. I'm nothing but love.
Okay.
I am nothing but love. What are you talking about? I am here for you, man. I'm here for you.
I beg you differ.
I have simultaneously so many and so few questions.
I certainly hope so.
That's the wonders of life.
Wonders of life, yes. We talk about many things on our channel.
Why is he there?
Who?
You get that Magic the Gathering reference out of there.
Oh, Jeremy from the Quartering? Oh, he was on our channel. We had him on. I made him a card, the Saint of Christmas.
Okay, you know what? That's actually pretty good. I legitimately like that one.
And the thing is that...
Nuzzle. God damn it, what is his name?
Oh, Sinatra? Or you mean Jeremy?
No, go back. It was a meme for a while. It's like Knuckles.
You got the Knuckles.
You have the Knuckles.
You got. Oh,
is being banned, and I.
Oh well, I mean, he was there a lot. The Morning Kumite is another stream that we tend to do some collaborations with, and we couldn't stop talking about Uganda Knuckles, so I made that the thumbnail. If you don't know, because it's funny. And guess what? If you go to a lot of conventions, you should probably make a Ugandan Knuckles print, because my God, I met an artist. She couldn't keep it in stock. Paid for the whole table, her whole travel expenses.
That's what happens with memes.
That's what happens with memes. And memes
the meme's already dead. It's deader than fidget spinners and Stefan Carl Stephenson.
But my wallet is full.
Is it dead more than dabs?
Look, the way never dies.
Look, I'm just saying. If the meme puts money in your wallet, what's so wrong with it?
Hey, I got a question for you. What does Smitty Werber Jagerman Jensen and Stefan Carl Stephenson have in common?
I don't know if what you said was even English. Oh, right, generosity. Sorry, I forgot what I was here for.
Why?
Man, I don't even know how you got a hold of a photo of Hoodie's basement.
I don't know.
Hey, Roxy, look over here. Roxy.
Are we gonna see your dogs?
Yeah,
Aw, dogs! Dogs are just pissed all over the floor. Aw!
Oh, what a sweet little pup.
It keeps looking up your thing every time someone talks.
What breed are they?
She's a
Looks like a Labrador.
Spit it out!
She's a black lab / Australian Shepherd.
Neat. We can also see the top.
If I had my camera, I would show you my dog.
Oh, that's okay.
You know what? I'll show you. Let me show you my dog. Actually, I'm going to pick up my laptop. I'm going to turn it away from me. I'm going to show you my dog.
I'm going to show you mine. Give me a second.
Hold on. Let me find him. Let me find them.
All right, find your little dogs. Oh, are we showing off our pets? I'm not turning on my camera for that.
I am. Hold on. First time I'm ever going to use this camera intentionally on stream.
Well, luckily there's only us here, so you're okay.
Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Here is a live image right now, currently, of my dog.
Okay.
Hold on, I gotta give Chrome permission to use my camera. Hold on.
Are you gonna show off your dog, Mag?
Yeah.
There's two of you.
I know because I didn't leave the other call.
Okay.
God damn it, camera switch.
All right.
Hi, this is my face.
All right, my camera won't turn on. The joke was it was my dog's ashes.
Oh.
This is my dog.
That's a sweet dog. Who's a sweetheart?
We have no idea what she is because we got her at the pound. All we know is she's part Chihuahua.
Well, we got mine at the pound too. So.
Yeah, same.
Actually, yeah, I don't know what she is. All we know is we call her Cookie because she looks like an Oreo with a little waggy tail.
He's a sweetheart.
You know, the weird thing is...
Also, she hides under couches and eats all my underwear.
Is it like a weird semi black lab with a white stripe down the stomach?
You know what?
that's really tiny.
Yeah.
My last dog was the same breed as my current dog.
Mm.
It's
Okay,
weird.
I'm gonna leave now, so there's not two of me. Bye, Cookie. Say goodbye.
Yeah, but couldn't get my mic to my camera to work. But the joke was it was my dog's ashes.
I got that.
You're dark.
You know what? I think it's hilarious that you say that your dog eats your underwear. I can imagine if you brought like a boy home and then say, "Yeah, this is my mom, this is my place, this is my dog," and the dog just coughs up a pair of your underwear, like, that would be my.
Well, actually, she eats more of my mom's than anything else, which is kind of annoying because my mom has really expensive lace ones. So, Cookie, stop eating like $100 things.
Okay, so let's see here. I'm surprised Ugandan Knuckles hasn't been destroyed by copyright law.
It will be in the UK.
ANCAPs only have a slippery slope argument against monarchism.
No, we have a principled argument that all state is a negative thing. Step up your game. Yeah, I'm sorry to assume your political affiliation, Samaj.
Oh well, yeah, no, I'm not an ANCAP.
He's the only one here that's a pleb.
Purge the heritage.
Well, I'm just saying when you factor in population control and how that will play a factor, ANCAP falls apart. I'm just saying
Wait. Control?
Well, when you take in population, let's say America. Here we go into an ANCAP conversation. Let's say America completely went ANCAP.
It was inevitable.
Let's say America completely went ANCAP. A neighboring country, if it decided to go to war, how long do you think it would take you to defend? Chances are...
Not long.
Well, you'd say that.
Because there's two, right?
Okay, all right. You see,
Because there's two, and one of them has to fight through incredibly inconsistent climates, combined with some of the largest militia in the country, and the other has to deal with Texas.
Right, but the problem is that when you have...
Worst. It's called Alaska.
Question, do you think that Canada would be able to do anything?
Well, I'm just saying, if Canada has the money, how likely are you to betray your own country for money? It's actually far more likely than you might think.
Here's the thing, though. You would have to buy off every single one of those people, which would cost a large amount.
Just the ones with the largest amounts of weapons. How long do you think it would take for you to be taken over?
You mean half the American population?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, let's say, like, not everyone owns tanks. Not everyone has the ability to build tanks.
Yeah, but that's because we need to fill out like 30 tax stamps. I would drive a tank to work.
Okay, like I said, let's say you all went ANCAP. If the country went completely ANCAP, the ones who have the most weapons are bought out by foreign companies. America devolves and disappears at that point. It's not sustainable, and it never will be.
I mean, I could ask my grandpa if he would get bought out like that.
Well, and that's true enough. Maybe your grandpa might not. But there again, can you trust a corporation that has, let's say, lots of money?
Can you trust the government that's controlled by the corporations?
Can you trust the government that has a monopoly on the use of force?
No, the corporations are intentionally regulated by a lot of government forces. Sure,
the corporations wouldn't exist without government.
Well, exactly. But let's say, like, if you're someone who doesn't have weapons or you don't have the real means to defend yourself, would you work for a corporation that could give you that protection? You probably would, because what if you have a family, and what if you have people that you have to look after? So of course the corporations would grow in population and power. On top of that, if you have weapons and all that, and they get bought enough by foreign investors and foreign companies, which they would, by the way, they would totally take the money and go. America
but then if the people that were working within that company, you saw that they were doing a lot of stuff they didn't like, they can choose to leave, and without the manpower, they would eventually die or not be able to do what they wanted.
And besides, I still don't think having a large number...
make your own version of it.
No, I know, I agree.
I still don't think having a large number of weapons necessarily means that your incursion is a piece of cake. The Romans outnumbered Vercingetorix 5-1, but they only won due to the brilliant tactical mind of Julius Caesar. Any other situation, Vercingetorix would have beat the Romans up and down the floor.
Guys, let's just think of this. Think of this. Vietnam. Enough said.
Also a fair point, but what I'm saying is small independent groups choosing to form a larger army is not only not uncommon, it's incredibly common. It's how medieval Ireland was defended against the UK for 1,000 years. It's how how Vercingetorix and the Gauls beat back the Romans for 10 years. It's how the English gave the Romans so much trouble.
I'm just saying.
People understand more than I think you give them credit for what will be better and what will be worse for them in the long run. Now, of course, a lot of people are moronic these days because they don't think that they have to be concerned with their own long run because there are other people, namely the government, looking out for them.
No, I agree to some of that extent. I'm just saying that every example that you can think of are definitely old examples from past events and past situations, but they were also different situations than what we currently would be in. And a lot of what we're going on is fantasy stuff that we're thinking about that could or could not happen. I'm just saying is that if you take into the individual...
Well, if you're going to deny our arguments on the fact that it's hypotheticals based on old arguments...
Let him finish.
I'm not denying them. I want to make that perfectly clear. All I'm saying is that it was a different time with the different situations, and we're thinking about future situations with future problems. That's all I'm saying on that sense.
All I'm saying, man, is in war, there are 7 situations. Sun Tzu said it 2,000 years ago, and it's still true to this day.
Well, I'm just saying is that if you are going to probably look out for your best interest in an ANCAP situation, you can't really trust anyone but yourself, but you will trust people who you think can help you the best. And if some foreign investor is going to come in there and give you everything you possibly could need, why wouldn't you go to them? Essentially, if you have an ANCAP society and a war breaks out, you're going to go to who's going to help you out, especially if you're a civilian who cannot defend yourself. And if you're going to trust smaller groups and small things to defend yourself over bigger, larger groups, then it's a pipe dream onto itself. I'm just saying, every situation in ANCAPs, it's always going to break down, and you're always going to go to government. You can regulate the government, and that's the best thing you can do, and you can try to make sure that you as the citizens have the power over the government. But ANCAP itself will fall apart. I'm just saying, there's no scenario where...
you can't regulate the government because anytime the government can give you something, it can take it away as well. And every time someone is called out the government for what it was doing, it tried putting something else out there to make it so that you would get distracted and not notice what the hell it was doing.
Honestly, I don't think that...
It has self-defense.
I think if they try... Sorry, I'm just going to say, if they try to come for your guns, I know you're all going to fight back. The government doesn't have that much power over you. It just doesn't. I don't know why you think... I have no idea.
They can very much stop us from getting guns.
Go ahead and try.
Yeah.
They've tried before and failed each time.
Yeah, remember when they were trying to make the term Saturday Night Specials a thing, referring to crappy, cheap 38s people would use to defend their lives with and making it look like a bad thing? And now they're doing the same thing with 3D printed guns, giving an innumerable amount of people access to self-defense when they previously couldn't, and trying to propose that as a bad thing?
Yep.
Well, I think...
That's the only way a government can operate, because based on force and deception.
Well, yeah, I mean... That's you guys know that already, right? That's hardly news, is it?
But you're saying that ANCAP wouldn't work, and I'm waiting for your counter theory. Is what I'm trying to get to here. What is your philosophy? Let's say. I'm
saying that the thing is with the ANCAP is that it will bleed into let's say an anarchist. Like, there's no government, there's no regulation, there's no nothing in there. It's anarchy, as the name suggests. It is quite literally anarchy. Well, not everyone is suited for that, and not everyone can function in that kind of society. And of course,
that's why people work together. You can't.
Well, you'd hope they'd work together, wouldn't you?
Well, that's how humanity came up from the mud, by working together. We're a social creature.
If a government is voluntary, it's not a government.
Yes, I get that. Here's the thing, though. Yes, to a certain degree that you are right with that, and people will work together. Even though we'll live under anarchy, we'll still have our own different communities where people are protecting each other, working with each other, so people will still be able to do certain stuff. And depending on how you get to anarchy, he will determine whether it stays or not.
You mean the society you already live in? Who's to say you can't move to a town that shares your values? Who's to say you can't move to a state that
has...
Really, the closest town in America is that one where everything is pretty much privatized.
Well, where's that town in like Georgia where there's 4 government workers?
Are you a Christian? Are you a person of faith? Do you live in an area that doesn't share your faith? Who's to say you couldn't move to a place that shares your faith?
Yeah, everyone that shares my faith believes Pope is the god.
So wait, are you giving us a more advanced version of move to Somalia?
No, I'm just saying, you guys live in America. You're suited to America. But there are certain parts of America that are not the same as other parts of America. I'm pretty sure whatever states you live in are not, like, there are some places that you might live in that doesn't share your values. There might, like, let's say you live in California. Like, let's say you live in California and you fucking hate everyone in there, all right? That's a very real thing for most of us in here. Is there anything stopping you?
So go on.
No, good luck to you. When you're older and you get a job and all that kind of stuff,
you need some plastic straws.
Are you not able to move when you get the opportunity? Can you not go to a place? Well, then there you go.
Well, see,
what you're suggesting is that the government is stopping you and forcing you to live within a certain way. You can totally change your way you live.
Somewhere else, but it doesn't mean in the laws.
There's nowhere in the country where
isn't the same. Yes, within certain places, the laws are different for different stuff. But say things like with taxation, and those are going to be the same everywhere, depending on the house cost and whatnot.
There's nowhere in the country I can go where I won't have my income stolen and my property violated on a whim if the government so thinks.
You can have a place where it's stolen less.
In one of the most libertarian states in the country, the Little Pink House incident.
Essentially, I live in a state where there's no state income tax, but even then, there's still the federal, and no matter where you move in the country, federal always rules over everything.
Right.
And you have no choice in the matter. It's always going to be 2 wolves and a sheep voting.
Yeah, well, that's a problem with the government, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what are you going to do?
So
secede, or do you want to change it?
What is your theory? What is your... I would like to legitimately to know...
Actually, we can't secede, because if we try to secede... Seceding is against the law here.
If we're wrong, and you acknowledge the government is wrong, and we all know communists are wrong, what is your stance? I would like to know.
You got to change the government. Are you honestly suggesting that you don't live in a democracy? Are you honestly suggesting
we do live in a democracy?
We objectively do not. Well, one, we objectively don't live in a democracy.
It's not a democracy. It's a representative republic. It's different.
Right. Are you saying?
And two, the idea of democracy fails at the principle.
Go on.
Well, it's the world's oldest idiom. Even Thomas Jefferson used it. If men were so good and righteous, they wouldn't require a government. If men were so evil and rancid, then filling them into a government is objectively evil and rancid.
Here's the thing: in any kind of democracy or iteration thereof, such as what we have, a representative republic, it's always going to be majority against the minority.
Right, and the smallest minority in the world is the individual.
And you seem to think that there will be no, let's say, corruption or bad leadership if you were to break down the smaller groups.
There's going to be corruption everywhere.
There is objectively always... We aren't going to be assholes.
We aren't utopian. We don't believe a utopia is even possible, no matter what.
Right.
No, none of us here will ever say, "Oh yeah, and in Capistan everything's going to be perfect," but it's going to be better, objectively better.
I don't see how it could.
Now, there's going to be
for the corruption happening.
Manipulative assholes, cultists, and dudes with bigger guns than us. But it would be objectively better than living with boots on our necks, swallowing saliva.
Well, who's to say you wouldn't live that way if you did go into smaller groups? How are you going to police yourselves? Chances are, if you're going to go into smaller groups...
How am I going to police myself?
Here, let me put it to you this way. Let's say you broke off into smaller groups. And you just live your lives as you see fit in that sense. Who's to say that in these smaller groups you're not going to form a type of government? A leader of some sort. Who's to say
that's
that
actually,
person?
I believe leadership is actually completely natural. That's going to happen. Our only problem is when it's involuntary.
Yeah, there you go.
Right, but if you want to be part of a group, and they offer you what you need, what's your choice at that point?
If you're voluntarily with that group and you voluntarily agree to all the rules of it, then
I'm just saying, if you're a single person in an ANCAP group and your choices are between, let's say, 3 different groups that could offer you protection within those groups, but you don't like either of those groups, what exactly was your choice at that point? If all three suck, and you try to go out on your own or try to find a 4th group, but even if that group sucks, what are you going to do? I mean, there's no reason.
How is that any different from any government in existence ever? Hey, look,
it's the same thing about every government here right now.
Right, but under the current thing, what does it provide for you? You still have a roof over your head. You have a job. You have the internet. You have power. You have food. You still have what you need.
Yeah,
Can
but
you really say
for
that you
for
get
the government jobs, you can literally do anything and you will still get paid, and you can F over other people in the process. You can literally do anything you want. You could sleep on the job and you will still get paid in a government job.
sounds cushy to me?
Case in point, Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, exactly. Bernie Sanders.
Yeah. But the thing is, government didn't buy this house. It was the work of individuals, right? Even if it was an oppressed, squished, spat on, destroyed individual, it was still the work of individuals choosing to work together, choosing to divide their own labor that built this house that I am currently sitting in.
And we aren't denying that.
From. What I'm saying to you, sir, is you are severely undermining the capabilities of the individual.
The individual is what helped build that house, and they did so under the government, didn't they? Which means that you can still live a cushy life.
They did so in spite of the government.
Are you sure?
We made this country in spite of with the government. We came to this country because we were trying to get away from a government that was sucking the lives out of us through the taxation. And FYI, this may be wrong, but I'm just gonna say it. I think they call it the Great Housing Plan back in the 50s. I hope
I'm not familiar with American.
We had a housing bubble that had been growing for years. Basically, home loaners were being made to put out loans that could not be paid back.
And there was promises of government paybacks in that situation. Then good old Bill Clinton said, hey, how about we don't pay them back? And suddenly 3/4 of Americans started losing homes left and right.
The housing bubble popped and everything went to crap.
So all the houses that you claimed that it was the government that built them ended up crumbling and being destroyed, or ended up vacant and empty because of those very same government actions.
In that example, yes. But some houses are older than that.
Anything the government can give you, the government can take away. Anything anyone gives you, someone else can take away.
Really, the only thing that I define this in the intro for my channel. The way that we define anarchism is simply against aggressive force. It's pretty simple as that. When you're forcing someone to do something, when you're forcing your will over another, that's what we're against.
Dicks.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know of anyone who would be for that.
The government obviously is.
Bill Clinton. Wait, no, it was Bernie Sanders. God damn it.
It's okay.
Well, I mean, you're right on both accounts, so.
Oh, true.
I should have said the aristocrats.
And
the aristocrats, yes.
And Bill Clinton is for that in more than one way.
Why did I not say the aristocrats?
You missed your opportunity. Man, the joke is dead now. The joke is dead.
Hold on, I'll edit it in. Hold on. Everyone shut up for a second. Everyone shut up and be silent. Hold on. Shut up. Hold on. Shut up. The aristocrats.
No. Not shut up.
Ann Capotaku asks, how is government any different from the mafia?
The aristocrats. There we go. Did it. Yes. I can edit that apart later.
You ruined it. You soiled it.
Soiled it.
This is why I love you guys. You are this community. These ANCAPs are the most meanest group I have ever seen. And I have been a part of the left. I have been a part of the right, and now I'm part libertarian.
fair,
In the ANCAPs.
Our
You guys are the most
ideology
meanest of meanest people ever.
continues due to memes.
I do have a question, Samaj.
Yes.
Where do you stand politically?
Politically? Well, that's been changing as things have been going on. I live in Canada, so most Canadians were on the more liberal side of things, but we're drastically going more conservative, what with Justin Trudeau. But if you're asking, like, where I lean politically just in general, I've always been on the center. I go to where things are the most positive for, like, me personally and probably for my country.
So you're not. So I think you're kind of the same say I was before I became an ANCAP. I agreed with what things that would be the best for freedom, what would be the best decision for me, and that would be the most free or whatnot. It didn't really matter what side it was or what group it essentially was, whichever, or was the advocated for the most freedom, and what was the best for me. Do you agree with that? Because that's what I used to be.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Okay.
To be fair, in my opinion, society works best when most people are that way, because it forces it does force the government to be on the people's side more likely. A lot of us here, myself included, are too young to when people were a lot more centrist, and you needed to be, because if a conservative politician would get a little too far into lean too far in one direction, in like a more extreme, that people will go into the liberal side, and so it made when people were more centrist, the government was more centrist on a lot of things, and so it actually was a lot simpler and easier back then. Right now, and I actually blame conservatives mostly on this one, like back in the George Bush era, probably maybe even before him. Things went way too far in one direction after they got into power, and then the liberal side went way too far in that direction, and they were in power far too long. And now we're in a time when people are kind of going too far on the conservative side again. And I'm a bit scared to where that's going to go, because chances are we're going in for 8 years of Donald Trump and probably 8 years of whichever conservative party takes control here in Canada. If it goes too far, I don't think any of us like that. You should never go too far in one direction or the other.
No.
And I will say this on my political view. I don't think it's likely to ever actually happen. I do believe that any move in that direction would be better, but I don't actually believe that we would ever achieve an anarcho-capitalist society.
I can agree with that.
It is kind of a pipe dream, but I do think that there's a benefit to having conversations about ANCAPs and having the ANCAP point of view going on there. And I think if it's more popular, and the government should take notice, they should know that if they fuck up too much, the people will uprise and they will do their own thing. Even though I don't believe it's going to happen at all, so long as the government knows the conversation's being had, then they know that they should be concerned about the people.
Honestly, the reason I am an anarcho-capitalist is simply because it's the logical conclusion to my beliefs in freedom, personal freedom, economic freedom, and all that.
When I first started the one mind similar to yours, when I first started, I just wanted something that advocated for the most freedom for the individual, and also, this is going to go on for a little rant, but I was so tired of just being on both sides. I was so tired of just one thing being left, one thing being the right, and no matter what side you're on, when one term's done, another one will come in and just get rid of everything. I was tired of just a two-party system that in reality basically advocated for the same thing, it just advertised it differently, and I was getting quite annoyed of this two-party system that was just effing everyone over, and I wanted something in the middle. This was one of those options.
If I could chime in, I'm actually from Canada, and in being in Canada, we don't actually have a two-party system. We actually have a multi-party system. I mean, anyone here could start.
Good for you.
Well, you say that, but there's a problem with that. There's a benefits and negatives to both sides. In the American one, when you have the two-party system, although it stops third parties from coming in there, it's far easier for the population at large to grasp what the positions are. Too many options confuses the general population on the whole, and as such.
I can agree to that, but the point to where I get annoyed was the fact that, especially nowadays, and this might just be because I'm in California with all the me. Anyone get that reference? Thank you. But I was so tired of the two-party system because no matter what side you're on, because of, as you were saying before, totally extremes, we can't be even friends with each other anymore. And no matter what side I was on, I was going to get ridiculed, hated, and can you just leave me alone?
Well, I mean, a lot of that I totally agree with, and I think also because there used to be a common language, and hey, welcome back, man. There used to be a common language in that, or mannerism, if you will, that we don't talk about politics, like at the dinner table or like that stuff, because
I miss that. I really do, because my grandfather is a socialist and my father is a conservative. So every once in a while they're going to get into arguments, but eventually it either ends with my dad just shutting up or my grandfather saying, well, I taught you who to respect everyone's views. Basically announcing that I am wrong, but I am not going to admit that I am wrong. I'm just going to say that I taught you well.
Yeah, I miss the days when we would view conversations of that kind as inappropriate.
I just miss the days where I could be friends with different. Sorry, I know I'm interrupting you. Sorry. I miss the days where I could be friends with conservatives, or I could be friends with liberals, or just friends with anyone. And as long as we don't talk about politics, we can be friends with anyone. I used to be friends with a lot of liberals, but eventually, when I told out that I was conservative, I got shoved into the corner, death threats, and just people ridiculing me. So I wish I can be friends with people again. That's all I wish for.
Yeah, well, and that's why, like, when you're making friends, it's best to not talk politics. But on the internet, the nice thing about being on the internet and you get the avatar, so you can be anonymous, is that you can have these conversations, and even if they do get heated, I mean, like, what? So what? I mean, even my liberal friends probably wouldn't be able to see this and know who I am. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I'm safe there. That's the other thing here in Canada, that we have a lot of feminism and social justice warriors. So the avatar really helps. If it got out, all the shit that I say, I could be in trouble, maybe, with friends mostly. Not with work, mind you. Most of my work comes on the internet.
I was kind of afraid for the longest time making my channel, because I was really hoping no one, because the first few videos I ever made was basically calling out a lot of my school for doing, like, what was it called? Basically indoctrination, because that's a lot of what my school does. Well, I was really worried if anyone saw it and they basically kicked me out.
I will say, no matter what your political views are, if you're an artist and you're scared to make money, there's always an outlet. I'm just saying there's an outlet that they will always pay money for.
God damn it. God damn it.
On that party system thing, one thing that I've noticed that's pretty common is in these countries, it's all about when a party is big enough, the government starts putting money into that party to allow them their platform. Like here in America, if for another party to get any sort of money from the government, they have to get a certain percentage of the votes, and I think it was 17 last time, and they upped it up again, but and that's what's actually killing a lot of the voices, because you can't get the bigger platform in this system without the money to put it out there. But the government is helping, like, the Republicans and the Democrats to get their voices out there more.
Well, I don't know, like, about that. I do know that America, like, in order to get funding to do things like advertisements, you need to get donors, and often to do stuff with donors, you have to, make promises and to fulfill said promises. It's a very crummy, corrupt system, but that's just the system it is in order to make things work. But that's why I like Donald Trump, because with Donald Trump, one, he did have the money, so if he needed to, he could pay for anything he wanted to. But secondly, he didn't really pay anything in any stuff, because when all he has to do is say something crazy and silly and bombastic, even on Twitter, and people are going to talk about him for hours on end. He spent virtually nothing, at least not until like the end of his thing, to actually get into power, which is a great inspiration to anyone who wants to run for politics and become a politician. I mean, you don't need a lot of money. And that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand. It's like, he might be a billionaire, but he spent virtually nothing to become president of the United States. And that was something
and
that...
not the world against him.
Well, I don't know if I'd say that they're sort of against him.
That was exaggeration.
With only a few $1 million in his pocket and a song in his heart.
That sounds like a lyric to a song.
No, but one thing I gotta... Going back to what you were saying a minute ago, one thing I love about the internet is we can go from having an impassioned argument about the practicality of anarchy to an argument about the timing of the aristocrats.
I mean...
Yes.
Dude, you gotta work on your timing. Comedy is fluid. You have to fucking roll with the punches, man.
You know what I mean. I'm trying to compliment you. Shut up.
I know you're trying to compliment me. You're not being a dick about it, but thank you. I get that, yes.
Don't worry, I'm the worst with timing.
Well, I mean, yeah, internet can also be an issue in that sense, but yeah. So should we start winding down? How long have we been going for?
Yeah, we probably should start winding down.
It's been like almost 2 hours.
An hour and a half, almost 2 hours.
Yeah, about 2 hours.
Do you guys get much of an opportunity to talk about ANCAP with someone who disagrees with you?
Always. Because everyone disagrees with us.
Well, we get the opportunity mostly on Twitter. We never really get to actually talk to someone who's actually civil. For a while.
Well, I don't know if I say it's civil. I raised my voice a couple times, but yeah, I mean, I try.
You didn't.
You weren't just calling us names as a form of an argument.
No, I try not to do that. Only with closer friends. Like if I start calling you names, you know you've achieved friendship in my eyes.
You used to call me names all the time, man.
Well, you stopped coming on the stream, but then again, I think that's more of a schmeckle thing. We should probably get you back on.
I would want to get back on, so.
You would like to? All right, let me run that by Schmeckle, and we'll see how that goes.
I think this is the generic part of the stream where we start plugging things. So, HuffleRuff, you go first.
Well, I mean, you guys are. If anyone's watching me, they already are plugged into my stuff. But I'm on Twitter at DasuKocho, DasuKocho.
Go watch this faggot.
My YouTube is HuffleRuff, and I will be covering a lot of different topics. Actually, my most recent one that I just finished the script for is about the prosperity gospel and why it's bad and anti-biblical. So, yeah, look forward to that one, I guess. So yeah, Mag, your turn.
Wait, hold on, let me. I make different ANCAP stuff, but I'm a small channel. I recently just put out a video for minimum wage and why I think that it's stupid. It doesn't help anyone. And I'm working on a few projects right now with other YouTubers, but if you want to meet someone you've never really seen before, I'm the only girl YouTuber that's an ANCAP, at least as far as I know. And I don't really have anything else. It's funny because I just made an ad for 2 cents. I'm done.
Samaj.
Well, ANCAP might be a stupid ANCAP might be a failed premise, but at least you can still hit the like and subscribe to this channel to catch more, to find out if they actually learn their lesson and join the rest of the world. With that said, though, remember to hit the bell for notifications. Oh, don't you start. Remember to hit the bell for notifications. And if you're here for quality content, like what you're about to see right now, head on down to the Snatchcast where you join me and Nod and Schmeckle as we talk about the latest nonsense on the internet. Thanks a lot, and take care.
You'll find
advertise with the boobies.
You'll find me, the volunteer. Can I do my plug?
Yes, let him do his plug.
No.
Can I?
Do your plug.
You'll find me, the volunteers consumer, at Twitter, YouTube, and at the end of 8 Feet of Rope. Just about any time of day. World's worst spelled name. Probably going to flash it on the screen just about now in post. Have a good day, folks. Good evening. God bless. Goodbye.
Okay. And we are going to end the stream now, so see you guys next time.